bats, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you're returning. So, today we're going to cover Level 0, the lobby. Welcome to the backrooms and your first taste of true isolation, and the thing that inspired it all. It is an expansive non-Euclidean space, I probably mispronounced that, but that's fine, resembling the backrooms of a retail outlet. You know the drill. Yellow, old wallpaper, damp carpet, don't drink it, and buzzy lights. You can walk in a straight line for hours, but return to the same starting point with no rhyme or reason. Welcome to Level 0. On the bright side, there are no entities that you know of, at least none that have been reported. I think that the isolation is enough. Now, we see a lot of found footage on Level 0 with a bunch of entities. I know Cane Pixels is a very good example of that. Lovely footage, and I would explain that by the multiverse theory. So, in some universes there are no entities on Level 0, and in some there's plenty you have to look out for. So, good luck. If your universe, has entities on Level 0, that's even worse. Have a blast. Anyway, the downside, majorly, of not having entities, if you are on a universe with none, there are no resources. And you sure as hell shouldn't attempt to slurp the carpet fluid. It's gross. Why would you try that? But in one of the universes that there are entities in, if you see a Yoster here, you might just be going crazy. So the thing is, do they exist, or are they just a figment of your nightmares, like I am? So, see, the Yosters used to be in your wiki, which is your canon, and now they might not be anymore. I haven't checked recently, but that is ever-changing, because either the entities keep messing with your research, or you just get confused on the multiverses. So Yosters exist, or maybe don't, in some universes, and they don't in others. So who knows, you know? If you see a Yoster there, though, it might not be a great thing, even if they're harmless. You should never run into another soul in Level 0. That's part of its property. You don't need entities to strip you to shreds. This fate may be even worse. In order to get here, you no-clip from reality, or the front rooms. Certain levels, too. This is your entry into the backrooms, and it's not the warmest of welcomes now, is it? Now, one thing that I did want to address in this video is that Level 0 being devoid of entities is effective and does hold a good essence of the backrooms. It did start off as completely devoid of monsters. The community itself is very split on entities and levels in the expanding backrooms. Some are incredibly against it, and there's always a tussle going on Twitter, and then there's people like me who absolutely love the creativity of what people can add. And I think there can be the best of both worlds, because of multiverse stuff. So in some areas and cases, Level 0 has no entities, but whatever Cane Pixels is covering universe-wise, there are entities there. But the isolation aspect of Level 0 is very effective as a piece of horror, because there is definitely a fear of being alone. So, while I adore entities and dangerous levels, this highlights a different and important part of that isolation. A wanderer will likely die of starvation completely alone if they end up here by accident and with no knowledge of how to get out. The lonesomeness, lack of resources, and constant buzzing of the lights until one expires sounds really tragic, like a horrible death. Obviously being mauled to death sounds terrible, but a slower death also is just, In that case, death by some entities, and keyword is some, excluding rattlers or partygoers, I'm sure sounds more merciful than this. So, Level 0 may be an entry level, but it can be just as terrifying as some of the most dangerous, especially for those not in the know. How many corpses do you think you're wandering on top of in Level 0, bats? Perhaps the damp carpet is corpse fluid. And with that lovely thought in mind, I think we'll wrap this up. Anyway, like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and please suggest other content you'd like me to cover, be it levels or entities. As you know, I add my own twist to things because that's part of the fun, it is open source edition, so if I ever say something like, this is not in your wiki, it's a part of my own quote-unquote canon, so I have fun with it and so should you. Have a nice night or day wherever it is for you, Pats.